Hello, my name is Thomas Lynch, CEO of Incite-tv, television out the box. We want to thank you for joining us today. The programming that you're about to view was produced by one of our partner production companies. We are excited about bringing you the best in North Carolina programming. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to call us. Our number is 252-714-8249. You can also write us by email. Our email address is info@incite-tv.net. Again, we're excited to bring you this programming, and we thank you for watching us the years that we've been on. Remember, your Incite TV starts now. Hello, my name is Thomas Lynch. Welcome to Incite TV. Look, Houston Vine has the night off. We give them a night off every now and then. But I'm right here tonight in the Greenville City Bistro, in the parking lot. You can see the sign right across my shoulder here. October the 21st, this parking lot will be packed, and we want you to be at that particular event. That's why we're doing this show. We want to do a pre-show so you can see exactly what's going to happen. I know you're asking what show you're talking about. Nelson Arrington Complete presents 3-in-1 Revolution of fashion extravaganza that you're not going to want to miss right here, October 21st at the City Bistro. Doors open at 6 p.m. You have to get tickets in advance because this show is exclusive and you will not be able to purchase them at the door. So stay tuned because we're going to have more about that show, and we're going to talk to the artists and the people who are going to be participating in those shows. So please sit back and relax, and welcome to Incite TV.
Well, I like to think that my music and my personality are integrated. We are very much the same. The music I like to do is basically built around good lyrics. I like good harmony and I like good melody. They asked Tony Bennett, how did you stay in the business so long? And he said, I did it by doing good songs. And I like to think that maybe is part of my personality. The music I do is my kind of personality. I like music that has lyrics that make sense to me, that really kind of tell you what life, love, sorrow, what it's all about. And so I like to do songs that makes me feel good, and if it makes me feel good, I think a lot of times it carries over with the audience to make them feel good too. And that's the whole idea of performing, in my opinion. It's to have fun and that your audience has fun. I like the music of the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, the big band era, Count Basie, Duke Ellington, Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, Ray Charles, Tony Bennett, Rosemary Clooney, Ella Fitzgerald. Those songs, they're good songs, and they call them old standards because they have endured the time. They continue to be enjoyed and appreciated by all the different generations. So every now and then I'll pick up one that's a more current song, but mostly it's the old standards. Okay, on Friday, October 21st, looking forward to that. I'm very honored to be asked by Mr. Arrington to be a part of this. I'm impressed with the risk taking that he's taking to open up this venue of fashions and have some very fine fashions in this area. And so I'm very honored to be a part of that. And he asked me to be a headliner, and I've asked Carol Ann Tucker, who's a local celebrity who's made a number of recordings and very well-known personality and an outstanding vocalist and entertainer. So we'll be doing some things. We're still narrowing down what we want to do, but it'll be something like another opening, another show. This could be the start of something big, or something of that nature that's kind of a good opener for these fine models that you have. Do a lot of entertaining from different groups, and in fact, in a couple of weeks, end of the month, I'll be playing with the big band, the Emerald City Big Band, and we'll be doing a fundraiser for the Music Academy of Eastern Carolina. That'll be open to the public. We've got be playing for a memorial service tomorrow for an old friend who recently passed away with cancer. You know, that villain that's got us all in a state of constant anxiety. But a friend of mine, Hiram Gallup, who was well known in this area as a musician and an instrument repairman, died of cancer. And so a number of us musicians will be going to Harbinger, which is on the Outer Banks, for his memorial service tomorrow. And then on the lighter side, I'll be going to Wake Forest next week and play for Homecoming, an event there. And then I'll be playing at the Coffee Shack, which is a delightful place here on Beacon Drive near Sam's. And we have a jam session there with about 8 or 10 musicians on the 13th. They've got a number of good things. School of Nursing has a homecoming event during ECU homecoming, so be performing there. So October's a good month. Have a good time.
Wow, Steve Cree is a local icon. I'm quite sure you enjoyed that interview. And you can reach him right here. Just if you want to get in contact with him, the information is right across your screen right now. Up next, we have Capell. Gospel, hip-hop, does it go together? It sure does. Stay tuned.
I'm a gospel recording artist, happen to be gifted with the skill of rap, so I rap for Jesus. I started off rapping, you know, about everything from money, sex, drugs, material things. You know, I had my Jay-Z's, my Lil Wayne, all them that I looked up to. But when I went off to college my first year, man, I began to just kind of evaluate my life, man, and what I was doing, what I was surrounding myself with. I remember being in the club one night and just looking around and like, man, you know, is this all what life consists of? And of course the answer was no. And fast forward, my last rap show that I did, at that time, man, God was really dealing with me and using my gift for Him. But I was stubborn. I still had my own selfish desires, and that's what I wanted to do. Well, this last rap show, man, happened to be my last secular rap show. I got booed off stage, and that night, man, was kind of like a wake-up call, so to speak. And God saying, you know what, that old life is over, man. I want you to do it for me. So I picked up my Bible, picked up my pen and my paper, man, and just started writing for God since then, man. My main hurdle when I was in the world, I didn't like gospel rap. I thought it was corny. I'm like, man, you know, I didn't see the skill set in it. You know, the content was good. You know, it was morally good, which was fine. But talent-wise, I just didn't see it. So my main concern was, you know, can I take the gospel and put it in an art form where it's as hot or even hotter than what you hear right now, you know, on BET or whatnot. And you know, and I think that all eventually became easy for me once I took my eyes off of that and just submitted everything to Jesus and was like, you know what, here I am, I give you all of me, you know, use me however you see fit. And He did that, and that made it a lot easier, you know, just focusing on getting the message out rather than how cool the method was. So yeah,
because we know God is with us. Amen.
You know, I said in one of my rhymes, man, I said the world think they gain yards while we gain inches. And you know what, just looking at what's going on now with major artists like Lecrae out of Atlanta, The Truth, Cross Movement, them guys, man, Reach Records, they're doing major things, man. And I see it, you know, not only being a career, but just an entire movement, man, to impact the generation, you know, to do something positive. And, you know, for example, Lecrae, he's going to be on the BET Hip Hop Awards next week, you know, doing one of the freestyle ciphers, gospel rap artists, BET Hip Hop Awards. First time that I've seen it in history. We had The Truth to be, you know, nominated to win Stellar Awards, perform on the Stellar Awards show. You know, you got Lecrae performing on Sunday Best, you know, so a lot of walls are being broken down, you know, by guys who are spearheading it, that got a heart for God, you know, their motives are right. And God sees that, man, and I think he's honoring that. He's blessing them, man, to open up the doors for a lot of artists like me that is up and coming, man. So, yeah, I think the future is extremely bright.
Yeah. So when the devil come with his stress, hate, and shystiness.
Yeah, October 21st, man. Yeah, my man Nelson Arrington called me up, said, "Yo, Capell, you know, I heard your ministry and things like that." And you know, we just talked for a minute. He said, "Well, look, I want you to do something for the show, something to help promote the magazine Complete." And, you know, I thought about Complete, man, and hands down, it was a go. I was like, man, I'm on it, you know, sign me up, I'm good. And, you know, you look in Philippians 2:2, Paul said, "Then make my joy complete," you know, by being like-minded, having the same love, being of one mind and of one spirit. And I look at, you know, we have Steve Cree coming, the guitarist, you know, me, a gospel rap artist, you know, we got models, we got fashion, health, beauty, inspiration, all this coming together, you know, in one spirit, one mind, one focus, man, and that's to lift up the glory of Jesus. And I think it's just a beautiful thing, man. I'm just excited to be a part of it. So he asked me if I would actually write something from scratch. So, you know, I was looking through my archive of music, like, man, what can I do that could, like, suit this event? He was like, "Man, I want you to write something from scratch for the magazine Complete." So, so that's what I'm doing, man. I'm in the process of doing it now. It's going to be phenomenal. For those who hear it, even myself, it'll be the first time that I perform it live. So I'm expecting God to show up, man. It's going to be real good. Yeah.
I'm rapping, God's always with me, can't pass in the weapon that's formed against me. Hey, I'm rapping, rap. I'm rapping, rap. I'm rapping, real loud, y'all. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Amen. God bless.
Well, I guess you could say my passion is modesty. I love dressing modest and ladylike, actually. I define modesty as ladylike. I believe it's really classy and not showing everything all the time, you know, covering yourself up is very, very ladylike, carrying yourself as a lady. I guess in our society now, it's very hard to come across trying to look for that type of clothing in the stores, in the mainstream fashion world. And so I'm kind of different, putting my stuff out there, but I really think that God's blessed me with the talent to design this stuff. So, and I'm only 18 years old, so it really, I want to do, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So. They always encourage me. I have great friends that encourage me, but I get a lot of my inspiration from Jacqueline Kennedy and the 40s, the 50s, that era of clothing, very ladylike, again, clothing. That's what inspires me. I'm trying to get more, like, I want to get very, very detailed with my work. I started out being kind of basic, but just getting my clothing out there and providing modest clothing, because like I said, it's kind of hard to find. But now I'm getting to where I've built up a fan base, and I can get more detailed with it. And I just recently launched my fall collection 2 weeks ago, and my collection consisted of 15 to 19 pieces. Clothing pieces, of course, and a lot of those pieces were more detailed than the other collections. A lot of my fans would tell you that, and I got a lot of good response from it. But what I do is after I get inspired from looking through magazines or something like that, I'll sketch out designs. That's a very good tip to, if you're wanting to become a designer, is to keep a notebook with you. I found that even when I went to New York City, I lost a lot of my inspiration because I didn't have a notebook with me at all times to get, like, to remember all the things I thought about, like all my designs. But just sketch it out, and then I would take it to my seamstress, and she's really great, and she works with me very well, and she's really funky. I like to mix things up, change it up, be complicated, I guess, but she has a lot of patience. And then the last final piece is when I would model it and take pictures and release it. So. Well, I hope it will encourage people out there that don't necessarily want to blend in with society and don't want to conform to the ways, and like, I really hope it would encourage them to stand out, be different, because, I mean, I don't know, I hope it does encourage them, and be classy, be ladylike, carry yourself like a lady, and just be modest. I will be hopefully having new designs, a few of my holiday collection pieces. I'll have some of my fall collection for those that haven't seen it yet. And I'm working on a couple special designs. Actually, I was talking earlier with one of my models, and I'm very excited about those pieces. So we'll see what happens. But it's going to be very exciting.
Next up, we have the creator himself, Nelson Arrington. You're not going to want to miss this interview, so stay tuned.
What I hope to accomplish during that day is to be a blessing to God's people. The purpose for this show is to help two great organizations, one being My Sister's Closet through family violence prevention, and then also the Greenville Community Shelter. And this show here is just really pushing what Jesus Christ told us to help the poor, the hungry, the widow, and the orphans. So we're just going to use this show as a platform to be a blessing to God's people. And then at the same token, see some good fashion trends as well. Having the opportunity to be able to do Charlotte Fashion Week was definitely a great eye-opener when it comes to putting on good, clean fashion shows. And for this particular line here, Revolution 3-in-1, we really wanted to look at how we can take business clothing and mesh it with a couture look and a casual look. And that's the whole purpose with that, with the 3-in-1. And then from the spiritual standpoint, you know, my belief in, believing in Jesus Christ, that there's one Lord, one faith, and one baptism. Just kind of like that was the whole purpose for the putting together the line and getting up to Charlotte and just being a part of other designers and what they were doing out there on the runway, just meeting great people, great staff, great models. It just really just showed me where I need to raise the bar, even with what we do here in Greenville and other future shows. So it was definitely a blessing, the opportunity that I was given, and humbled to have it. So, you know, it just shows me where I need to be at and where I need to get to with this clothing line. Well, I'm just delighted and happy to have a good friend of mine, Charity Steele, an awesome designer, young talent, but she has a great ability and a gift that God has been given to her, 18 years of age. and just to see the work that she's doing, I'm just glad to be a part of what she's doing, and we connecting together. The people are going to really see some great, awesome wardrobes from her and what God has given her. Also, we have Dynasty of Curves, which is more of a full-figured modeling group collection that's going to present as well. A good friend of mine, Brandon Biggs, I call him a prophet of this day and time, that's going to give an inspired word as we look to launch Complete Magazine. And then also a very good friend of mine, Mr. Steve Cree, who anytime I call on him to come and bless us in song, he does that. And I believe the people are going to be really in store for a good treat from him and what he's been doing in the community as well. So I really believe it's going to be an awesome, awesome show. The people can really be inspired and empowered to go forth. And at the same token, I really see some really nice fashion as well, some good clean fashion as well. Well, with everything we do, our motto is clothing people in righteousness. So everything we do, we have to have God as the center point of that there, the foundation. So even to the point with the models here, you know, I try my best to send out an inspirational brief every Sunday to empower them to read the Bible, to pray, spend time with God, build on their faith, but keeping everything unified from start to finish. From the time we look at, you know, designing a wardrobe, you know, carefully picking out the fabrics that we're going to use, looking at see what model looks best with what, even the venue, the places that we're able to go to. We just definitely want to have God to be the center focal point of that there. And then when they do this runway show here, it's just, I look at it as being magical. The anointing that's a part of the models as they go forth, where people are not just saying, hey, that looks good, or you look good in that outfit, but they're like, hey, I want to have that as a part of my wardrobe. They want to just be a part of it. And with the people supporting this show, they're a part of it, you know. Whether they're modeling, or whether they're a part of staff, or whether they're there sitting in the seats and looking at the show going on, they're a part of what we do. I'm gonna be honest with you, I never really imagined that I would be getting into fashion. I just knew in high school that I liked to dress nice and look nice. So I was kind of like one of the only individuals in high school wearing a button-up shirt, tie, slacks, and wingtip shoes, you know. And even on a 90-degree day, that was my thing there. With this clothing line here, I really see us continually building on the custom aspect of it. I would love to have, you know, some showrooms throughout the East Coast and who knows across the country, and continually putting out custom work, but then also eventually getting into a ready-to-wear line. And who knows, maybe Dillard's or Walmart or somebody, you know, may want me to design something for them and put it in their stores. So, and then at the same time, we want to be open to whatever God has for us. So there's some things that I can't see down the road, and that's okay. But that's what my goal is, to continue to keep producing awesome lines and great quality work as well. I just believe that when you put on a Nelson Arrington suit, there's things that you cannot see that are working for you. And we'll put like this, Jesus is working for you. And then when you go into that building, whoever you're meeting with, just the anointing that's a part of the wardrobes, you know, because people don't really know what goes into putting together a clothing line and putting together a fashion show, and the things behind the scenes that takes place and everything, the hard work and whatnot. So with all of that and the prayers, when you put it on, you just, and what we stand for, you know, you just want to have one of those as a part of your wardrobe. I think it works hand in hand. You know, of course, with you being able to think of something and getting it down on paper, and then, you know, picking the fabrics and then getting it onto a model, and then you're like, wow, you know, it really came to life. And then another part of it is, you know, a model being able to wear it, or someone wearing your clothes and may not even know who you are, but they're having one of your outfits on. And, you know, so it's kind of a twofold thing, you know. Yeah. Well, we just want to continue to just build a strong line, a strong name, and continually building on our showrooms that we have, and you know, having a multiple number of showrooms, but then also producing a ready-to-wear line. And who knows, there may be some other retailer out there that really see the work that we do and can see us being a part of what they're doing and in their stores. So.
I don't know what more to say. I mean, that was a wonderful show. You got the information. Remember, you cannot buy tickets at the door. Nelson Arrington presents 3-in-1 Revolution Fashion Extravaganza. You're going to love it. It happens October 21st right here at the City Bistro in Greenville, North Carolina. Doors open at 6 p.m. But remember, you cannot buy tickets at the door. You're going to have to buy them in advance at this number right here. Isn't that wonderful? Don't you love technology? But anyway, thank you so much for joining us here on Incite-tv, and we love you. Hello, my name is Thomas Lynch, CEO of Incite-tv. We want to thank you for watching our programming. If you have any questions about the program you just viewed, please email us at info@incite-tv.net. If you have any questions about our organization, don't hesitate to log on to our website at www.incite-tv.net. It is an honor to bring you the best in North Carolina programming. And again, we thank you for watching our network.